Philadelphia woman evens the scales with the great equalizer. Welcome to another installment of the Connecticut Gun Bench. Today's video is brought to you by P.A.N. Firearms, LLC. P.A.N. Firearms, NRA certification, and multifaceted gun training. You can reach us at 203-300-6343 or use our website at www.panfirearmsllc.com. As always, there'll be a link in the description box below. And if you like my channel, like my content, and what I do here, you can support me with the link in the description box. Everything is appreciated. And let's talk about this. Now, you saw that opening clip, and that's quite honestly, I'm sure that when that woman looked at her security camera footage from her ring cam, I'm sure she was terrified. That's a perfect example of situational awareness and knowing what is going on around you at all times. And it leads into this story here. Okay, this happened July 17th, but a woman came home to find 4 men in her residence. Now, all the stupidity that's going on with people saying women are just as strong as men. No, you're not. The average man is stronger than the average woman, and she was dealing with 4 of them. Well, she used what I like to call the great equalizer and turned the tables on all 4.
Would-be victim of a home invasion fighting back, the woman turning the gun on 4 people trying to get inside her home overnight.
We'll talk about turning the tables on your would-be attackers. Police say a woman came home to her apartment and found 4 men inside. But before they could do her any harm, she refused to become a victim and she started firing on them.
It's scary because it's like, us as women, like coming home and having somebody in your house.
Police say at 1:30 in the morning here on the 4900 block of Germantown Avenue, a woman took matters into her own hands and started shooting after she found 4 men inside her apartment during an attempted burglary.
I think she did the right thing. That's just my opinion.
I mean, it's scary. Like I say, it's terrifying having children, having a family. I mean, like I say, I would have done the same thing if it was me. Police
say there was some kind of confrontation, and then the 4 men took off. And when officers arrived at the scene, they say they found the woman standing outside over 48-year-old Jermaine Parker, who had gunshot wounds to his hand and leg. Then a short time later, police found another man, 45-year-old Randy Miller, a few blocks away with a gunshot wound to his back. Both were taken to Einstein Medical Center and later charged with burglary and related offenses.
I feel like she had the right to do what she had to do to protect her and her family. I mean, I can't see anybody doing anything different under those circumstances.
This is my home. This is my safe haven. Like, you know what I'm saying? So to have somebody in my house when I get there, why not? I don't think she should be charged with anything. I don't think, nothing should happen to her. Y'all should be looking for the guys that was in her house.
Well, as a matter of fact, police are still looking for the 2 other men involved. So if you have any information, please contact them immediately. And as for that woman, police say it was self-defense, so she will not be charged with any crime. In Old City, Ellen...
I'm going to jump right into here. This is an excellent story. Okay. Woman turns tables on would-be burglars. Police see her standing in the street and find a brutal scene. An armed Philadelphia woman came home early Sunday morning to find 4 strange men inside her apartment, shot at least 2 of them, police said. Good for her. Her decision to arm herself and her apparent willingness to learn how to use her weapon might have very well saved her life. Think about the situation if she had not had a gun and walked into that with 4 men standing in her apartment. Think about how bad that could have gotten very quickly. During a nationwide crime wave, the woman's actions could serve as a reminder that ordinary people can either choose to be crime statistics or choose to be their own first responders. And speaking of first responders, there's nothing the police could have done in that situation. She walked into her apartment and these people were in her apartment. What are first responders? The police, specifically. If she'd have had the chance to get to the phone. I mean, it's so clear and evident why you must exercise your Second Amendment rights. But this brave woman chose the latter. WPVI TV reported the woman, whose name has been withheld by police, entered her home in Philadelphia's Germantown neighborhood at around 1 a.m. on Sunday morning. Wow, early in the morning. Rather than being greeted by the quiet, private comforts of home, 4 men were allegedly burglarizing the place. Outnumbered 4-1, she opened fire on the home invaders and walked away unharmed. The same cannot be said for at least 2 of the men who decided to illegally enter her personal space. Police have not released a lot of details about the botched robbery, but the department did share what officers found when they arrived at the scene after someone dialed 911. Philadelphia police found the woman standing outside with one of the alleged criminals on the ground nearby with 2 gunshot wounds. The wounded suspect was identified by police as 48-year-old Jermaine Parker. Paramedics treated his wounds and transported him to an area hospital. Later, they found another wounded suspect. A man identified as 45-year-old Randy Miller was found with a gunshot wound to his back and was also transported to a hospital. Miller's condition was last reported as stable but critical. After a quick investigation, police determined the woman acted in self-defense, meaning both shootings were justified, according to NBC Philadelphia. Of course, then they're going to run down the charges. Miller and Parker will face charges of burglary and other offenses related to the events leading up to their shootings. Police are still looking for the 2 other men who have not been named. It is unclear if either was wounded during the shooting. Now, this is the commentary where he kind of breaks it down a little bit. But I'm going to come on out of that. Like I said prior, imagine if she had come home unarmed to these 4 men in her apartment. What story will we be hearing today? Whether you like them or not is irrelevant. We're not asking you to have a relationship with them. Guns are the equalizer for the weak. I'm not speaking from mental terms. I'm speaking specifically physicality, physical, biology. Ladies, you come up against 1 man, you're in trouble. Now you got 4. You're not fighting your way out of that. Okay? I don't care how bad you think you are. You're not fighting your way out of that. And I kudos to this woman. Good for her. God bless. She did what she had to do. I have no issue with it. And, I'm a huge advocate of train. Train as much as you can and learn to use your firearm proficiently. Okay? Violence does not pick and choose a time and place of its happening. Okay, anytime, anywhere, it can just go down. Be prepared. Beautiful story. Another one you're not going to hear in the mainstream media because if something had happened and she'd have been killed by one of these 4 men, then you would have heard about it. But seeing that she, as the law-abiding person, prevented the crime, it will be dismissed. But this is something that is going on every single day in this country. Protect yourself. Protect yourself as best as you can. But great story. Had to get it out there. Kudos to this woman. And I hope she moves forward with her life without any real hang-ups about what happened that day because she did what she had to do. I don't think you should ever feel bad for doing the right thing. Ever. But let me know what you think. As always, you can leave your comments in the comment section below. And as always, any statements of violence or statements that lead to violence will be removed. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time a video goes live. I will see you on the next one. Peace.